Who owns Jesus? The Bible. Christian tradition. Who holds truth? The 16th century was an age of religious and cultural encounters, a meeting of different worlds, as Europeans, Portuguese and Spanish, set out into territories previously only dimly known or imagined in their pasts. The quest for wealth and power was the engine of exploration and conquest. But the Christian Church's mission of winning souls justified the quest on religious and moral grounds. The ecclesiastical legal instrument was Pope Alexander VI, dividing up of the world into spheres. The non-Christian world outside of Europe was to be parceled out for expanding the Church and its mission to Spain and to Portugal. The kingdoms would take responsibility for the spread of Christianity. This was a royal patronage system, which handed off to the secular rulers the task of evangelizing and establishing church systems in new territories they seized. The power of states, now growing and expanding through the enterprise of a newly globalized and ruthless capitalism, would serve Christ and an expanding Catholic Church. Into this system came clergy and religious, including Dominicans and Franciscans, to create churches and convert people to the Christian faith. Where there were already Christians, such as in South India, there would be a complicated relationship between very distant Christian relatives. The newly arrived Europeans set up a system in which, over time, Eastern Christian traditions would fade or be suppressed. The Latin Catholic traditions would hold sway. Not all Indian Christians acquiesced. This patronage system that linked building up Catholic Christianity in Asia and the Americas to the military power of the conquering European colonists had its limits. European military and cultural power was not total. Where colonies were not established, and local cultures resisted the traditions of the West, Western Christians who wished to spread their faith could not rely simply on the threat of coercion. As they sought to persuade people to adopt Christian faith and understandings, they would experiment with different methods. Should they approach the elite in society, those at the center of power, or the leaders of culture? Or was it better to appeal to the margins, those who might already be alienated from the indigenous systems of social, cultural, or religious hierarchy? Should they present Christianity as a Western, foreign, and superior teaching? One that would rightly replace the false religious practices of the people? Or should they instead attempt to present their faith as a wisdom capable of expression in a non-Western and native cultural idiom? Should they seek to translate Christianity out of their own European language? The colonial enterprise took Western Christians to new environments. In these new places, they would have to grapple with key questions. Did Europe own Christianity? Did the Western Latin tradition define the heart of Christian understanding and practice? Was it right for the Western Church to define its own religious culture as normative? What does Christianity look like when it is not wearing Western clothes? Or are the Western clothes part and parcel of the Christian way?